Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got going on now. Oh, we lost the game already. Well, we can try again and see what we can do. If it'll go. Will it go? No? There it is. Okay, yeah, we're going. All right, subscribe, like, and, hit the bell icon. If you haven't, we'll wait. Go ahead and do it now. Oh, come on. It's not that hard. Just go down in the corner, press subscribe, and hit the bell button. You can always unsubscribe later. Just do it now to make me happy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, if you don't already know, we're going to talk about Kong. Well, I call it King Kong, but it's Kong, Skull Island. So this is another island like the last movie, surrounded by storms. Last movie we just talked about, Mystery Island, and I made some mistakes in that review. I said I did it before, so I'm doing it after, because I hadn't done it yet. But this is another island surrounded by storms, so we're going to have to back up a little bit before we get to that. This movie was based off of King Kong series, TV show. Now they made a film out of it. Instead of letting him climb the Empire State Building and rescue a girl or be friends with a girl. It's always about a girl in these movies. Don't know why. He protected an island. So 1984, I guess this guy's died in World War II and lost his lost his father or friend in the South Pacific and landed through this storm. It'd be kind of hard if you're fighting in another airplane in the air to avoid a storm. You'd want to fly into it to lose them. So, storm takes down aircrafts, or it used to. So, this is based in 1973, which it came out earlier than that. It came out in 2017, but they based it in 1973 with their technology, which makes it more interesting. So this guy goes to the military Joint Chiefs of Staff or the White House. I can't remember exactly where he goes, but he tells them that, with new satellite technology, he found this island that has not been previously explored in the South Pacific that's hidden by storms all the time. And Samuel L. Jackson is in this one too, which he's a great actor. I like his movies. It's probably the only reason why I bought this movie. But the other actor is the guy that played in Roseanne. He's the husband, big guy. Anyway, so he convinces them, so they end up going out to sea to the South Pacific, and then they want him. The civilians want him to take the ship into the storms, but the captain says no. So they launch helicopters with a strike team or Marines, 15, 20 helicopters. And they go to start doing surveys on the island with explosives so they can find out what's under the ground, sound waves, record the sound waves, and you can figure out, how fast or slow with the computer they're traveling, so you can find out what kind of minerals and stuff's in the ground. So they started throwing these bombs out of helicopters and pisses off King Kong because he doesn't want to wake up the other monsters because, he's the protector of this island, the king, and half or all the helicopters get knocked out of the sky at one shot by King Kong. He throws stuff at them, trees, branches, you name it. He kills the helicopters. Big old hand in the mist coming at you, that'd be scary. You're flying a helicopter coming at you. Big old ape hand coming at you. That's pretty good special effects, by the way. And they did all kinds of crazy things. And, the actors did a pretty good job in this, too, because they had to have been operating on a green screen and having those reactions, not actually having something to act against, was pretty good. I mean, this movie was overall good. It's lots of action. They did lots of explosions. They tried to kill King Kong, and at the end, half the group decided to defend King Kong against the crazy general that wanted to kill him because King Kong destroyed all of his aircraft and half of his men or all of his men. They find on the island some guy from World War II, 1944. Yeah, World War II, that crashed on an island, has been living with the natives tribe behind a wall. It's kind of interesting how this story plays out. I mean, it's got a good story. I don't know if they based this on a book. I do know they partly based it on previous TV shows, movies. Yeah, they based it on the movies. Yeah, on the previous movies. Comic-Con, comic books, Comic-Con, yeah, comic books too. So they blow up a lot of stuff in this movie. I've said that already. I don't know why I keep saying that. Maybe I just don't run out of stuff to say. But they did a pretty good job with King Kong. This one actually looks more like an ape instead of a guy in a monkey suit climbing a small tower like they did before. But, it actually turns out pretty good. Special effects capabilities are getting bigger. They get animals that come up from the caverns below because they've woke them up, with all the fighting and jostling. King Kong shows that he bleeds because he's got a big handprint on the side of a mountain, and the one general I told you about goes to try to kill him after seeing that. Now there is a romance bit to this too, because King Kong falls in love with a woman, and one of the civilians fall in love with the woman photographer that came to document the whole thing. Anti-war photographer is what they called her. But, when they brought her on, she was in a dark room when they called her to go, or she asked to go. So, yeah, this movie turned out to be pretty good. I liked it a lot. I gave it a 6-star rating because it is an action movie. It's one of those high-intensity, you got to pay attention if you'll miss something. And every time you watch it, you find something new in the whole movie. So let's get into this thing so we can get off this video for the day. They came out March 10th, 2017 in the United States only. Probably came out other places later, but this was Warner Brothers Pictures that did this one, which is pretty good. They released it February 28th, 2017 in Europe, Lancaster Square, European Union basically. Then, like I said, March 10th, 2017 in the United States. Now, this movie was a little bit longer than the ones we've been talking about recently because it is 118 minutes long. They made it in the United States. It's got English for the language in the film. Probably wouldn't have it too much if it was English. The budget wasn't English. The budget for this thing was $185 million, and at the box office, because it's King Kong and we like King Kong, we like destruction movies. It is a destruction movie. They made at the box office $566.7 million. And that's just at the box office. Just reminds you. Now, none of this stuff in the movies is real, but this is good stuff to watch. Good entertainment. So if you're one of those people that think everything's real in the movies, well, it makes good conspiracy theories. So is there an island in the South Pacific that contains monsters from a far gone past that a big monkey is keeping at bay and controlling the island and keeping it from attacking the rest of the world? It's hard to say. But we could start a conspiracy theory if we decided to go on Twitter and say it was true. Just to see how crazy everybody is. Be funny. But they'd think you're a crazy nut too, which I am. I'm a crazy nut because I believe in things that nobody else does. And if you find my talk show, you'll find that out pretty quickly. Anyway, we're going to get off of here, and we'll talk to you later. I got to get some more videos for the editing out of the computer to the editing guy and see if he can get them done in the next week or two. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Bye.